Hi, I'm Min Sung, who is postdoc in Peter Hossman's group in UC Berkeley. In this video, I will talk about the effect of thermal oxidation on helium implanted 316L stainless steel. 316L stainless steel is widely used in numerous industries due to its physical and corrosion resistance properties. However, it is known to experience significant radiation-induced swelling due to its FCC structures. Excessive amounts of helium in a material can lead to swelling, blistering, embrittlement, and cracking depending on the exact irradiation conditions. However, 316L remains a key material due to its resistance against corrosion and oxidation in water, as well as liquid metal and liquid metal embrittlement. Here is the scientific questions. Do helium bubble change the oxidation performance of iron chrome nickel alloys? If so, how? What will happen to helium bubble as the material get occupied by oxide? This is experimental procedure. Sample was 316L stainless steel. Each sample was irradiated utilizing the helium ion beam microscope. Helium implantation into the sample were made to doses like this. After the helium implantation, the samples were heat treated at 400 degrees C for 200 hours in a static lab air to fabricate the thermal oxide on the implanted surface. Samples were removed from the furnace at the exposure interval time to measure the variation of surface morphologies. Surface analysis were performed using AFM, SEM, TM, and HREDS. This is AFM images of helium implanted area according to the helium doses. The height change was measured along the black line in these images. As increasing the oxidation time, the swelling heights were increased and finally saturated after about 15 hours. This is top view of implanted surface in 8 10 to the 17 dose, figure A and B. There were nanoscale blister and holes. On the other hand, 5 10 to the 17 dose sample, C and D, did not show these blister and holes. The TM sample was lifted out at this white square and was observed using the TEM. These are the samples have another condition. Helium implanted but without the thermal oxidation sample have the nano-sized bubble structures and only have about 3 nanometer of native oxide layer. And without implantation but had the thermal oxidation sample did not have any bubble structures but have 20 nanometer of oxide layer. Differ from the previous samples, helium implanted and heat-treated sample had the two void regions. The large void region was formed around 100 to 150 nanometer depth. The small void region was observed immediately under the oxide layer. In the EDS result, we can see the about 20 nanometer of iron and chromium oxide layer on the surface. This result was justified using the Kirkendall effect and the point defect model. In case of the small void region, Kirkendall voiding can occur in metal beneath the oxide because nickel, iron, and chromium transport rates in FCC stainless steel differ. Chromium diffusion to the surface lead to the vacancy flux into the metal, so this is the Kirkendall effect leading to the pores underneath an oxide layer. On the other hand, in case of the large void region, the elevated temperature enabled the helium bubbles to migrate and coalescent to the large cavities. In the other respect, according to the point defect model, it could be explained by the generation of vacancies in the metal response to annihilation of cation vacancy and the formation of metal interstitia at the metal oxide layer interface. These vacancies diffuse in the metal and form void by vacancy condensation beneath the metal surface. The voids grow by continued vacancy condensation on the void surface, aided by the pressure of helium contained therein. Consequently, we conclude that the distribution of void in the two regions is closely related to the generation of oxide layer by the thermal oxidation. Alright, this is all about the research summary. This study was published in Journal of Applied Physics on November 2022. Thank you.